What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another episode of Hook. Now you guys are saying, if you haven't watched the video previously, wait, you ended it. But there is a book 2 of The Watcher, and this time there are 5 episodes which are going to be absolutely awesome. I have not read them yet, so I'm really excited to see where this goes. Now, I can guarantee you guys that we're going to get our answers about who this Snatcher is. So in the last book, you guys knew who the Watcher was, and then it is the Snatcher. And if you guys haven't watched the ending of the last episode, which is the book number 1, go ahead and check that out. I'll leave it down below in the description. It is super awesome, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it. If you guys do enjoy book 2, episode 1, go ahead and smash a like on this video. That would be absolutely amazing, and let's jump into it. Now, as you can see, guys, there's a little description down there, so I'm going to read that real quick. It says, "The Watcher is gone. Now Chloe is in the hands of the Snatcher, but there's more to the story than meets the eye." So I'm really excited. Let's jump into it, guys. Let's see how it starts off. So it goes, Chloe woke to find herself lying awkwardly on the ground, engulfed by chill and darkness. This is some weird, strong words. Not the darkness of moonlight, mind you, or the solitude one experiences while hiding in... Bro, this is too fast! Jeez, man, they made this too fast. Okay, so let's just start off where we left off. So then it says, "Or even the dank gloom that exists in the furthest corner of the windowless basement. No, Chloe awoke to find herself utterly consumed by blackness, a darkness so through it felt to her as if life itself had gone from the world. Fearing to so much as to sit up without knowing her surroundings, Chloe quietly clears her throat in preparation of asking a question. The tiny noise escaping her body is instantly swallowed up by the night, and she recognizes that the depth of the blackness in this place is matched only by the weight of the accompanying silence." This is some weird, like, satanic shit. Let's continue. "She clears her throat again and asks, 'Hello, is anyone there?' The tremor in Chloe's voice excites the unseen things gathered all around her. Thousands of them come to sniff the little girl they've heard so much about." Okay. "Now, were Chloe's eyes capable of penetrating the dusk murk enveloping her..." Wow, I haven't read in a long time. "She would find herself the center of some most unwanted attention. Fortunately for her, human eyes are reliably inferior in this regard. As such, the lurid menagerie of monsters lurking in the bleakness about Chloe remain unperceived, for the moment anyway. That's not to say she is incapable of recognizing their presence. She would know they are there, if she knew which of her senses to rely on, but she doesn't. For a while, these gruesome beings blend quite easily into shadow and night. There is little they can do to mask the pungent odor they give off. In fact, Chloe's nostrils are presently filled with their scent, only she does not know it is their scent. You see, the dark places of the world, the dark things of the world share a common trait, namely an almost putrid, musty smell, which is not at all unlike a mixture of wet leaves on a dampened earth. Rotting logs and decaying vegetation, these are the images that flash through Chloe's mind, not those of hideous monsters and ravenous beasts. So their presence remain a secret for now. With no other course of action left to her, Chloe dares to sit up and inhale deeply of the heavy air around her. This time, however, the noise emanating from within her seems to echo without for an eternity, as if bouncing off 1,000 distant mountains. Or is this perceived echo merely the sound of the 1,000 creatures around her drawing in their own breath?" Okay, what the hell is going on here? There's supposedly like 1,000 snatches or some shit going on. So now this is kind of like a third person thing. It's not first person. So we're going to continue. "They're first since she began to stir. Chloe can't possibly know, but this fact does not prevent the queasiness in her stomach from becoming more. Well, queasy, I suppose. In either case, her brain recognizes the sense around her as the forest. Am I in the woods?" Her words fall on the deaf ears, through the eyes to what the fuck am I saying, dude? Excuse me, guys, I have some fucking problem in my brain that I can't even read correctly. But let's just continue. "Though the eyes continue to stare, large eyes with cavernous black pupils that suck in every stray photon, enabling the things that go bump in the night to gaze upon Chloe with perfect clarity. They watch unmoving as she rolls onto her knees and runs her hands over the mossy carpet covering the ground beneath her. They feel the ripples in the air as she shivers against the bone-chilling dampness they find so comforting, and most assuredly they smell her fear as she fumbles about in this perpetual eventide that exists here. It's what they feed on, what they exist for. To terrify, it's why so many have come to taste of her fear, If permitted, there isn't one among them who wouldn't be on her in an instant. Damn, boy, if you ask me, this is becoming some fucking sexual porno shit. Snapping and snarling and biting and scratching until Chloe was driven half mad with pain and terror. Snapping and snarling and biting and scratching until Chloe was driven half mad with pain and terror. But for now, the little girl is off limits, off the menu, so to speak. So they simply gaze with fascination as her warm breathe breath crosses her lips, condensing into tiny clouds that spiral and swirl playfully, and they follow with their eyes as Chloe scurries about on all fours, scraping about in the pitch until her fingers stumble onto something tiny growing up from the sponge. It is something familiar to her. A mushroom? I am in the woods. She says it with certainty, mildly comforted by her discovery. Getting to her feet, Chloe extends her arms. She moves cautiously about in ever-widening circles, surveying the area around her until, damn it! The root protruding from the ground next to her. The root over which she just tripped and fell is as thick as her thigh, or something else. A giant bark-covered elbow, but here to make her look the fool apparently. Only, there's no one here to look foolish in front of, is there? She asks the darkness, not waiting for a response. Chloe rubs her skinned knees, gets back on her feet, and gives the offending root a blind kick. The ancient tree from which this clunky appendage grows must be enormous. Chloe's instinct is to follow the root to find the trunk. If she can find the trunk, perhaps she will climb up in the morning and plot a way out of here. On the other hand, what happens is she is gone when the snatcher, or whoever dumped her here, returns to collect her. Would that be such a bad thing? Chloe wonders aloud, but she has no idea. What she does know is that she didn't get here on her own. Something left her in this clearing. At least she assumes she's in a clearing based on the circles she walked before falling on her face. Maybe I was left here for a reason. Chloe has no fear of speaking these words aloud. After all, the idea she left her for a reason indicates someone for something will eventually return for her. Doesn't it? Unless, of course, you were left out here to die. Perhaps that is the reason. The thought hits Chloe hard. It takes the wind from her sails and knocks her back down to her knees, defeated. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe it's better if I die out here. She whispers these words to herself, and with them come the tears finally. For as strong and brave and intrepid as Chloe appears to be, she is still, after all, a young girl who just lost both her parents, one of whom was murdered by the other. Yes, Chloe is tired of being brave. So she pulls her knees up to her chin, hugs her legs tightly, and lets the tears flow. And that's when she hears it. Without question, she heard something this time. Faint and muffled, but unmistakable. Someone out there. Snickered. It was deep and it was guttural. And it was likely not even human, but there's no denying it was. A snicker. Somehow, somewhere out there. Okay, so she's probably hungry, so she wants a fucking candy bar. Listen, Snickers are not that great. I recommend fucking Twix. Okay, so this is the end, but I'm just gonna read the last two things that I didn't say. Someone or something was laughing at her pain. So, looks like the snatcher is back going to her. He left her in this woods area, and looks like the narrator's now talking to Chloe. I don't know, or if she's probably talking to herself, but this is really confusing. I'm not gonna lie, there were some really big words out here that your boy could not read. So I know probably some of you guys did not understand this. Part of it I didn't either, but I kind of get the gist of it. The snatcher took her from the house to the woods, and now Chloe's talking to herself, and she's saying how not brave she is because she just lost two of her parents, and she can't be brave because she has no one else here. And as you can tell, she wants a fucking Snicker bar. But anyways, guys, tell me what you think about this episode in the comment section down below. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.